go. Hello everybody, my name is Oля and we are new immigrants in the USA. We immigrated a year ago here to the USA from Russia and legally. So for this year we've been renting an apartment. So in this video I want to share some tricky issues what you should definitely look at while renting an apartment, like what some points what you should definitely look at, and some disturbing moments which might be bothering you while you are living in this apartment long term. Okay, to begin with, you always come to rent an apartment. To rent your first apartment, you just need to come to a leasing office. Every apartment complex has an office. So you just come there physically. You can apply on the website, but for a new immigrant it's not working. I have the other video where I explain step by step how to do and what you should better be prepared for. You cannot just apply online because they will need to run your background check, like check how you were behaving in your previous apartment, if you're a reliable person, if you're a good rentee or not. And it's not about you because there is nothing in your background, right? So you will have to offer money, like rental payment for several months. Okay, but it's a first difficulty, but at the same time you must be careful and what you need to look at when you want to rent your apartment. Because on their website they will always tell you that it's the best ever option which you can choose. There is a barbecue zone, there is a shelter for your free time activities, there is a children playground, there is even dog playground next to the children playground. Like what? But at the same time there must be minuses. Let's see how many minuses we can find in my apartment complex where I've been living for a year. First we'll start with outside. First you can just walk around and see what it looks like. Who is living there? Are there any dogs? Are there any cats? Are there any wild animals, drug dealers or whatsoever, right? Jokes aside, it's really important when you live in an apartment and you have a car, you want to park your car somewhere, right? You don't want to ride around in the neighborhood and look for the place, for the spot to park it. So I'm here in the morning, right? There are many car spots. Don't believe it. Come again later, after 6, after 8. I would say after 8, when you're sure that everybody's back from work and the parking lots are already all occupied and there is nothing. Because for the last year, while we were in our apartment complex, it was quite empty. Because in our building there were 3 apartments which were not rented. Right now, there is a trouble. Because my neighbors have 3 cars. We already bought 2 cars and we have troubles with parkings. Some apartment complexes have decision for it. They can provide you with a tag, like some special something that you hang inside your car, and everybody understands that this car belongs to the apartment that you are renting here and you are legally staying here. Because somebody can just come in from somewhere else, park their car near your place, and it will be staying there forever. Like they will just forget it over there. Yeah, your apartment complex will say that yes, we regularly town toll, yeah, evacuate those cars, but it doesn't really happen very often, and it can stay there for a week or 2 before it happens. So also the other variant is some other apartment complexes also provide like numbers. So next to your apartment there will be the number that this spot is only for your car, and you will have like 2 spots, right? So pay attention to that. Might be it's not that important at the beginning, but in the long term it's it's significant. Also you want to make sure that you live in a quiet place. Yeah, there is somebody drilling something. That's a playground. You want to make sure that you are not next to it, that there is a swimming pool, for example, in your apartment complex. There isn't in mine. And maybe you like it with a view of the swimming pool, but at the same time think better, because there might be crowded spots over there. People will be shouting and disturbing you in your nap time sleep or in your working time when you're at home. So consider it. What's triggering me about my apartment that there is laundry. We do not have washing machine inside an apartment, washing or drying machine. We have laundry at the territory, so it's nearby. It's next to my apartment. I don't need to drive somewhere to make my clothes clean. But you see, that's closed. It's closed. It's closed again. And their work schedule is from Monday to Thursday, from 9 till 4. They don't even work. Okay, they are working on Fridays, but again till 2. From 9 till 2. It's how a working person can get into laundry. I've been working from 9 till 6, so I could have never gotten into this laundry room. So yeah, look at this, because they promise that there is laundry room in your apartment complex, but it's not often accessible. Remember my first point about walking around the apartment complex? I really meant walk around and round. What I really meant was walking out of the apartment complex and walking around, looking at the area, because the area around is important, especially if you have children, if you're gonna walk around there. And I like cycling, and for me that's important, because sometimes I cycle around. For example, I cycle to work or just for fun, and that's dangerous because there are a lot of dogs in the USA. Not just those homeless dogs. I haven't seen any yet. But there are dogs which kinda belong to somebody, and people love getting not just little puppies. No, they like getting fighting dogs. Some people can say that to look around the area, you can look at the Google Maps and walk around with Google Maps help, but it will not really be helpful for you to understand if there are dogs. Dogs will just run around, they will bark at you, but if you see there is a net behind me, the fence around the territory. Yep. So these people might be having those dogs because they try to protect the territory, maybe. So you cannot really understand. But those dogs, they don't just run, they will just run outside of the fence, and they can start barking at you. And they were chasing me on my bike several times, and that's scary. And that's not just something little. I know that if these dogs they can beat me. And my son is now actually terrified of dogs, and he stopped cycling with me, because before we were going out, we were trying to explore. It's interesting, it's like kind of activity, and we were looking around the city. Now he always says no, because he doesn't like this experience, because when the dog of size like an elephant, when the dog is bigger than you, it's really horrifying. And the dog for him is his size, and when it starts chasing, he cannot really cycle faster than a dog. I can start cycling faster. I actually bought a pepper spray, but okay. So even without this, you might consider, because it's dangerous. Okay, the other thing, which is not dangerous but still might be problematic. I love those trees. Look at it, it's huge. It creates shade. But when you are in your apartment, it creates shades only for you. So inside your apartment, it's gloomy. Some people like it. Some people on purpose put some drapes on their windows, and they create shadow space inside. If you're okay with that, it's fine. But for me, I feel sad that it's kind of dark. In my apartment, it's real dark. We're gonna look inside the apartment in a moment. What else might be interesting? Also, there is a good point. Before going to an apartment complex, you can check the reviews, or you can actually check like criminal map. Actually, look at the description to my video. I will put the link to one of criminal maps. Actually, you can just Google crime maps, whatever, right? That's it, right? And you will see criminal maps, so if it's dangerous or not. You can check a school rating online for your territory, and then you will understand if the territory is better or not so good for your life. That's one of recommendation, but that's like something, the research which you are supposed to do before entering the apartment. All right. Okay, now let's go inside. About reviews, actually. I'm not really sure about reviews. I sometimes read Google reviews, but people tend to leave only negative reviews, because when you're in a good mood, you never share your opinion, right? So reading about apartment complexes, I most see negative reviews. I myself left negative, the most negative review for my apartment complex. I put 2 out of 5 stars to our apartment complex, but I had like 5 points showing what is bad about it. Theoretically, they actually contacted me after it. They called me from some other office and they said that they might offer me a hotel for I don't know for how long, and they offered me to fix my problems. And I'm now thinking maybe I should agree and to this offer and let them fix it all. You can write in comment what do you think, if I should agree or not, because it might be complicated. I will probably need to take all my living stuff, all my furniture somewhere else. It's kind of bothering, and at the same time I think it's only half a year left for my rent, or some even less time. It's not forever. I can just handle another half a year with this stuff. So write your opinion. I will be happy to read about it. So, and let's go inside. Let's come inside and look what else you should look at inside the apartment. You might be looking at your neighbors, but that's the USA. There is no chance to see your future neighbors. And it's renting an apartment, they move and they just change regularly. It's not really important, but might be. Come on in. And now it's completely dark. First, because there are shades, and second, because of the tree outside, and third, because the windows are quite small. It's a common thing for the houses, for the apartments in the USA, not to have the light on the ceiling. So we just bought a floor stand lamp. I can switch it on. Yeah. It will give me some light, but it's not as bright, so you will need to think about it. And in the first week, it was just dark inside here. In the first month, actually. And the windows are quite small. Well, okay, this window is quite okay, but the window in my kitchen is real small. And it's common for older houses in the USA, like houses built in 1950s, 60s, 70s. Size of windows is not only the only thing which you want to pay attention to. Also, don't be shy and test your windows. Try to open them. Look at it. So, what's wrong with my window? First, there are 2 lockers. And one locker can move easily. The other locker doesn't move at all. So, but okay, one is enough. What's more, don't shy and try to open it right in front of the person, because before renting the apartment, the leasing office must show you your apartment. Not just there, because sometimes they have special showrooms. In the showroom, you will see the planning, how the room is planned, where is everything, the size approximately. But the real apartment must be shown to you before you sign documents, before you pay money, because it must be absolutely different from what was there in the showroom. And actually it's written somewhere in the law. Okay, so let's try to open this apartment, this window. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Theoretically, the window must be locked, like this way. I will let it go, and it drops, because this mechanism is broken. It's been broken before we entered the apartment, so the only thing they will do, and we already asked, they will just replace windows, which is not gonna happen, right? And again, pay attention if there are mosquito nets. You are not supposed to buy them. You don't need to. You just also contact this leasing center, the leasing office, and they will install them, because that's what is probably in your agreement. We have them there behind the fridge because it's been cold before. We didn't use these windows. We didn't try to open them, but now it's getting warmer, so probably we'll install them back. But they're behind the fridge. Okay, the next point. Yeah, you noticed my bicycles, right? Because in our apartment complex there is no storage No special storage blocks, so we don't have any place where we can keep our bicycles. Some apartment complexes provide these storage places, but you need to pay extra for them, for renting this storage. Again, you can, why not? Because if you have too much equipment, something, you will pay for that. And some apartment complexes have even some kind of sheds connected, standing right next to your apartment, so you can really keep your stuff inside there. For example, you buy barbecue and you want to put it somewhere, but in our case, we'll just keep it outside, like our neighbors do. My backyard is just empty place where I don't know what I can do here, but yeah, I cannot even walk around here freely, because sometimes people who have dogs, they walk their dogs outside here, not there where it's designed for them. They just poop everywhere, so it's not really even playable for children, because there are poops of dogs all over around. So if you do not have a dog or cat, try to look for an apartment which is not pet friendly, because there will be dog poops everywhere and nobody picks them up. My favorite place of complaint is the kitchen. It's important because you cook here, you spend your time here. It's actually the only place which has furniture. This kitchenette is installed before we just arrived here. So first people always look, oh, that's a kitchenette, it's nice looking. Do not look on the top, look at the bottom. So what are we looking for? We are not looking for anything, we just look at the doors, look at the bottom of your kitchenette. And yeah, especially under the sink. In my complex, they are really old. They probably have never changed them from the very beginning, as it feels. So let's have a close look. You could probably even notice that it's not really even. It's like bended because of, I don't know, maybe water, because of age. So what we are looking at, look, these splits of wood happened probably because of water. For many years there was humidity, or maybe just age, though these doors are in normal condition, no, kind of normal, right? But these have been broken many years ago and they've already painted inside them. So it's not in my time, it happened before we rented an apartment. And they knew it, those people who kinda made renovation, they knew that this door must be replaced, and still they didn't pay attention to that. The same with the bottom of kitchenette. They knew that it's already broken, it's rusted, it's already, I don't know, I hope there is no moss or something inside it, but it might be. And that's the paint, yes, that's the quality of paint, even though we don't really use these doors a lot, they become scratchy, this paint goes off. I don't have nails to scratch these doors, but still this paint goes off on all the doors. All right, so that's the first point. And actually these doors, no, they are all the same. Yeah, on the top they're quite okay, so really look at those which are yeah, I really put cups for my mugs, because this is not nice, right? And this is on all my shelves. All the shelves are the same, rusty. I don't know if you noticed or not, but this kitchen is quite small. It's actually the smallest kitchen which I ever lived in. Even though we were new immigrants, so we had only 4 suitcases, we didn't have much stuff. And right now I'm a minimalist because just of this kitchenette. I have only 4 flat plates and 4 bowl plates. Bowl plates because I don't have much space to start with that. I have some, what I have, oh okay, I will show you. Yeah, I can just store some spices. I can store some spices, some cooking stuff like even honey, and coffee pack, cups, nothing much, and it's already full. And the top shelf, I'm not really tall, so for me it's not very comfortable to use it, so I sometimes put the stuff which I don't use a lot. So there is something which I don't use a lot. And yes, I tried to use this. It's at least, oh, by the way, if you're renting, pay attention to how clean your oven is and how clean the air system is. It's also important. Yeah, I would have even looked at this, because yeah, I cleaned it several times, but there are spiders, so they move in again and again. Yeah, and the small kitchenette shows that you cannot really buy a lot of stuff and you cannot keep plate. And really, I have no frying pans, saucepan, and so on, so I just keep them in the oven. Every time I need to cook something in the oven, I put everything out and then I put everything in. Yes, that's what I do. Alright, it's temporary. But even temporary things make your life uncomfortable. That's why I want to move away from this apartment. Alright. One more point is the fridge. The fridge is already the part of your apartment. Check it out. Open it. Yeah, there are no shelves in my freezer, but there was supposed to be. I can see that there was supposed to be the shelf over here for a better organizing space, because I just put everything. I cannot put like more or something more organized. It's troublesome. And the same with the bottom part. I only have 2 shelves, so that's not comfortable. That's the most uncomfortable fridge which I ever had in my life, because again there are only 2 shelves and I cannot put, yeah, I can put the soup inside, but I don't need that many big spaces. I want to have 3 shelves for some small products, like you buy yogurt and you just storage it all over. It's more comfortable to have 3 shelves, but somebody just took it out probably. I don't know. I don't think that there were 2 shelves at the beginning, because I checked other fridges in the store and I see that I have 3 or 4 shelves. So yeah, check it out. Maybe there are no shelves and you will have to live with it somehow. The same with the stove. Open it and check out if there is everything inside it, because you just entered it and you don't want to pay for the apartment which doesn't have what it's supposed to have. And if they say that there is a stove, there is a kitchen, there is a fully, what do they say on the website? Fully equipped kitchen. So you want to have it fully equipped. So open it and check it out. My kitchen has everything, though it was dusty, greasy, dirty. Yes, I cleaned the stove from the day when I just arrived, and it was dirty, even though we waited for the whole week while they were cleaning the apartment. Stove was never cleaned before me. Alright, had never been cleaned before me. And again, storage places. So we have another storage place inside my kitchen. Still no shelves. Yeah, I also need to learn something about organizing spaces, so on and so on. But these big shelves, yeah, they are big, but this space is not used at all. So yeah, I can hang something. That's I do. But otherwise, I would have put like smaller shelves in between, but I cannot do that. We are not allowed to drill inside the apartment. It's written in our agreement that drilling is prohibited. So theoretically I would have put extra shelves inside here, but I cannot. I found this drawer. I put it inside there. It helps a little bit, but still. And I actually found this shelf and put up, because there were only 1, 2, 3 of them. I want to add another shelf over there in the storage on the top. So check it out. At the beginning it seems not that important when you just enter and you are so excited, you are tired after all your trips, after all your looking for the house, looking for this place, but storage is important. While we were looking for a house to buy, we also paid attention to storages, and in those houses there are many houses with a big storage but without shelves. But okay, it's your own house, you will organize it. It's better to buy new shelves so that it will be brand new, bought by you, so that you will like it. But in the apartment complex, they must they are supposed to provide it for you ready, right? Because you are not supposed to change it. It's in your agreement that you cannot change it, you cannot add something new, because whatever, if I paint something in here, I will be charged extra after I leave the apartment, because they will say, oh, it's been painted and now we have to repaint it, and now they will charge me, no, later they will recharge me more money for repainting this. And if I add extra nail in my wall or extra shelf which I need, they will again charge me for taking it off, because it's a hole in the wall now and I will have to pay extra for the hole in the wall. Okay, thank you for watching. Keep commenting. I'm happy to see likes and comments. Subscribe to the channel, recommend it to your friends. And if you have something to add, maybe you had this situation, you can just leave the comment, and I hope it will be useful for other people and people will not repeat your mistakes. Thank you for watching.